When you invest in sports cards, one of the biggest time savers is the ability to save eBay searches. Now, this is pretty self explanatory. You just go to eBay, type in a search, and then you can click the little heart button on your phone and it'll save that search. And of course, when we're searching for a card, usually we're looking for it for a number of weeks or even months at a time before the opportunity disappears or we move our focus elsewhere. So instead of typing the same exact search out physically 900 times over that period, I'd rather just save it and only have to do it once. And then I can just scroll through and go one search after the next after the next. Now, here's the problem. I'll take you back 18 years ago when I was getting started in this space and I first learned, oh, you can save searches. This is useful. And very quickly, I had about 179 different save searches. So it just became an absolute disaster very quickly. And so the reason for that is because I didn't yet know what I'm about to show you today. And so that's what we're going to talk about here is I'm going to give you a couple of eBay sports card search hacks. I know this says three. We're only going to cover two because those are the two that really matter the most. And then we'll even go through a couple of examples so you can see this in action. So let's talk about the first one here. Now, if we want to run an either or search, we can do this by using parentheses. So when I say either or search, what I'm talking about is we can search for multiple terms at the same time in the same search. So like you can see in the example here, let's say I'm looking for Jaden Daniels cards and I want to look up Daniels 2024, his rookie season there. And then let's say I want to pull Prism, Optic, Contenders, and Flawless. Well, instead of having to save four separate searches for Daniels 2024 Prism, save, Daniels 2024 Optic, save, like that sucks. No one wants to do that. So you can use parentheses and just have one search that pulls cards from all four of those products. And so any listing that has Daniels 2024 and then any one of these four terms will show up in your search results. Really useful for overall quality of life when you're searching for a wide variety of players, of products, of parallels within a product. So super useful to simplify your saved searches. And I want to show you this in practice here. So let's kick it over to eBay. And let's say we're searching for Daniels. Let's say we're searching for Prism, but we want to look for a couple of different parallels. Let's say we want to look for, orange. We want to look for purple. Definitely want to look for silver. Let's look for red. And we're just going to put all of these in here. And let's throw 2024 in there. And boom, just like that, you've got yourself some search results that have all of those products showing. So there's the word orange, that's why this orange laser is showing. There's the word silver, that's why this silver prism is showing. This is actually a red, white, and blue, not a red, but that's because we have the word red. And so that is how this search works. And this means that we can just save this one search instead of having to have 9 different searches for the same thing. Pretty useful, right? And this is, again, useful for a lot of different reasons, different players, different products, different parallels. There's lots of different things you can do with this. So that's the first one. So the second one is to use a hyphen or the minus sign to remove listings that have unwanted words from your search results here. So for example, I don't like unlicensed cards because they don't tend to hold value as well. It's not a card that other investors are typically looking for. And so I don't want to have a headache when I go to sell something. So I'm not going to target those cards in the first place. But they're still going to show up in my search results if I'm searching for a generic term like Wimbenyama Prism. Well, that's also going to pull up Wimbenyama Prism Draft, Wimbenyama Prism Deca, Wimbenyama Prism Monopoly, and some of these kind of gimmicky products that don't tend to hold value as well as the true Prism product does. And so if we get back into here, you can see the example I gave here. So how do we get rid of those? Well, we just use a minus sign and then the word that we want to remove. So Wimbenyama Prism minus Draft, minus Deca, minus Monopoly, and that'll kick out all of the listings that have any one of those terms in the listing title. So super useful, and there are lots of reasons why you can use this. Sometimes, like if you're looking for graded cards, maybe you want just PSA 10s, so you can do like -9, -8, and it's going to show you just the 10 grades if you're looking at that. So there's lots of different use cases for this, and want to show you real quickly a live version of this. We can go straight back to the same search that we had, and then let's do this, but let's do for this, let's say this red, white, and blue card here. Let's say we don't want to see these. We don't like retail parallels for whatever reason. So we do minus white, and just like that, that card is no longer a part of our search results. So again, really useful. This is my personal favorite one because it helps you just streamline so you don't have to go through quite as many cards to really find the ones that you're actually looking for. So really simple tips. They don't take a whole lot of practice to get the hang of. You can do them right now, but it's going to make an impact on your search results. It's going to save you a lot of time in the long run, especially. If you get value from this type of sports card content, don't forget to take 3 seconds to hit the like button and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.